What's good, people? I am back with some more magic intel. I just want to start off by saying, listen, I am very appreciative of the people who've been taking out the time to watch my videos. Some of you guys been here from the jump when I started with completely zero followers, zero subscribers, and I've been, showing and proving, and I've been showing up just like I said I would, and I'm going to keep bringing the information back to back to back. The more and more you guys support, the more and more I will, make sure I'm bringing you guys as much value as possible. Now, I want to get into this. So the concept, and it's kind of piggybacking off of like one of my last videos, where I was just saying, F your 9 to 5 and whatnot. You can go check that out. I'll have some way to route that back to you. It'll be in the description. So have you ever noticed this? The people who stress over money, and this may be yourself, this was once me as well. The main people who stress over money, they seem to have a very bad relationship with money. It's like they just can't keep it. It won't stay in their hands. It's just like it just runs away from them. So the main people that stress over money and that obsess over money often finish in last place. They cannot get money. It's hard to come across money, right? So they obsess over it because it's a void that's always been there. If that makes sense to you, if that makes sense to you. So we only stress over, we only notice like the voids. If there's a void there, we tend to obsess over it, and that is why we always finish last when we obsess over money. So what if I told you that the only reason why you were struggling so much with money is because everything is wrong with how you are thinking about that? Bro, like I be, when I'm coaching people, I know I can just see it on their faces sometimes, like they just want to get straight into the sauce, straight to the blueprint. Show me how to push that button, show me how to do this, give me blah, 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 blah. Listen, it has nothing to do with any of that. I always say this, and I will continue to say this. It has everything to do with character development in your perception, right? How you see things, how you interpret one word versus how another person interprets that word. And the main concept today that I'm speaking on is, listen, if you stress and obsess over money, which is not even the biggest commodity, that is why you're finishing in last and trading all of your hours for money. So give me a second so I can try and break down what I'm saying to you. Let me see. So you ever heard the phrase, time is money? We say this a lot. Time is money. Hurry up. Time is money. That is the biggest myth. Time is not money. It has nothing to do. It's not even close. I have a reference like from one of my OGs that I listen to, faithfully, man. This guy is just like, he dropped so many jewels, man. He said something like, yo, how many of you guys would love for me to write you out a $1 million check right now? I could do it. He was like, I can do it. And they was like, oh, like, yeah. And he was like, but what if I said that if I give you this $1 million check, you can only accept it under one condition. And the condition will be that you have to die tomorrow. Nobody raised their hand then, right? Would you, if I said I was going to send you $1 million right now, would you take the $1 million if I said that you had to croak and die tomorrow? You probably wouldn't. And that's because, as stated, we intuitively already know how valuable time really is, but our actions don't show it. We know that time is way more valuable. We know that money can be created, but time cannot. So, don't you think that it's a little crazy that we put all of our hours into just making money. Everything is centered around making money, and that's not even the prize. The prize is being able to buy back your time eventually. That is what it is. So if you put your money, and I'm trying to explain it to where it's very simple and not so complex. If you put all of your eggs in the basket of trying to actually work extra hard for hours and hours and hours, and you're leveraging your hours in order to make money, do you understand that you're leveraging a commodity, like the highest commodity, that cannot be replenished, right? It cannot be duplicated or replicated. It will not come back. You can't grow time just to make something that can be duplicated. So you're already at a loss. So the people who do the 9-to-5 jobs or whatever, and that's all they know how to do, and that's all they care about doing, and think that that's the only way, they will forever be stuck in that rut and not, and running in circles. And they can't figure out, man, why can't I just grow and excel where I need to? I'm stuck, right here at this ceiling. You will always have a ceiling because you are leveraging a very limited resource. And when you're leveraging a very limited resource, you're going to get a very limited outcome. You're looking for an infinite outcome off of a limited resource that you're leveraging. So think backwards. Let's flip that whole concept on its head. So we know that that's not the way. I get where you're coming from, Todd. That's not the way. I got you. I see what you're saying. Now that you see what I'm saying, so let's try and flip this whole thing. What if you took the thing that could be duplicated and created, and you just leverage that? Just leverage that. That's the problem. So when you're obsessed over money and you have a void, it makes you hoard money. You hold on to money. You will not invest in self-development. You will not invest in the stock market. You will not invest in life insurance. You will not invest in things that you need to be investing in because you're obsessing over money, which is a resource that's not really a commodity. All right. It's not even backed by a commodity. It can be created, duplicated, and whatever. Right. But you cannot do that with time. So I want you to flip it. Obsess over getting your time back. You can't get that back. Obsess over getting your character right. You cannot just go and create character. Like, you need to build that up. Like, you will be the person that you need to be in order to be able to keep replicating what you the success that you create or that you had, right? So when you're able to do that again and again and again and again, it'll be coming from your character, not based off of some quick little move that you made or whatever, or how hard. This is why, like I stated in that video of the, forget your 9-to-5 or whatever, or don't think that that's your only security, because it's not. I said, listen, you can work as hard as you want to work. How many of your grandmothers and grandfathers or aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, or whatever, right, actually like work their tails off and didn't get the ending result that they would have hoped for? Instead, maybe they just died way too early. They wore their bodies out. It's because they was leveraging. It's not that they were stupid. I would never disrespect the people before me. I have the wisdom to understand that. We just didn't have the systems in place in order to do, in order to do what they were supposed to do, right? They did what they knew how to do. They got tricked into leveraging straight physical labor and putting in those hard hours, and didn't realize, oh man, I'm doing all of this for pieces of paper. I'm doing all of this for things that can be created and easily duplicated, but I'm trading in the very things that I will never get back. I just don't want you guys to go through that trap. So you need to understand how to put systems in place. Systems are what's going to buy your time back. Systems. And in my later videos, I will make sure that I go over some of these systems that you can actually use. Like, I'll show you. I'm not going to just talk about it right now. I'm just being broad because I'm making it very general. But Oh, I know how to go deep into it and really help y'all out, because I help people implement these strategies on a day to day, and I use them for myself, right? So again, let's go over a couple things. So now that we understand that time is the biggest commodity, it cannot be duplicated. You need to do everything in your power to buy that back, which involves certain systems. Thank God for the systems that's been created in this information era that we are in. Thank God that it's not the 1960s and earlier or whatever. We have the internet now, and everything is gonna be okay. So if you ran across this video, you're gonna be okay, because there's people like me out here that want to see you do well, and people out here like me that are actually utilizing the things that they're talking about. All right, I'm not just a madman talking crazy, and I don't live what I'm talking about. I know that these particular things work. All right, let me give you a quick example. If you are a mechanic, this is the information era right here. This is a power. So you have three different types of business properties. You have the physical, then you have the intellectual, and then you have services. These are the three business types. So a service is obviously something you might spend some of your time doing. You might help people. I don't know if it's like coaching people or whatever it may be, doing hair, things like that, things that you can do for other people. Okay, service for people. Then let's go back another step. I said intellectual. Dang, I can't even talk. Intellectual property, right? So intellectual property is things that you can sell. It's like ebooks or whatever, like digital products, things that can be made one time and done over and over and sold over and over and over and over and over again after you make it that one time. So if you get you a book, you get you a video, you got you some music, you got things like that, that is intellectual property, and that is going to be very powerful. That is one of the most scalable things out here, okay? Because services normally is taught, you don't have so many hours in a day. Remember, I told you it's very limited. All right, boom. Then you go to the intellectual. The intellectual is unlimited. You might spend 2 weeks making that one info product, or 2 weeks making it, whatever it is. You only have to make it one time. All right, you only have to make it one time. Make that movie one time. Make that song one time. Make that book one time. Make that ebook one time. You get what I'm saying? All right, so now that's intellectual property. Now let's go to physical. Physical is like merchandise. You got your hat, t-shirt, you got toys, whatever you're selling. Whatever you're selling, maybe some food that somebody can eat or whatever, like a bunch of different things. It's endless. So what if I told you that the reason why everybody is struggling is because they don't realize that you are a business. Do you not understand that? Like yourself, you are a business. We're making everything extremely hard. Use these guidelines right here that I just told you. We got physical, intellectual property, and then we have what you call service. What if I told you you could do all three? So let's just say that you were a mechanic. Say you were, because this is like what things like, hard labor. This is what people think, like, hey man, if I do this, this is all I can do. All right, this is all I can do. I'm gonna go through like maybe three of them. So let's just say maybe you are a mechanic. You're a mechanic. You put in your hours at a shop. It's not really your shop. You don't own the shop. You just go to work for that shop, right? That's what you are. Do you not understand? I can't understand for the life of me. Why are you not creating a YouTube channel based off the knowledge that you already have? You already possess the skills and talent in order to fix automobiles, fix boats, fix motorcycles, fix whatever. Talk about that. There's somebody out here in the world that cares about what you know how to do. Do you not understand that you are cutting yourself off from so much potential gain? You can eventually get monetized for doing something you were already doing. All right. You can get paid 3 times doing one task. And I'm going to make a video about that alone. what I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna make a video about that alone. You don't want to miss that. Oh, that's gonna be fire, because I'm gonna go into deep detail and show you how to do it step by step. All right, but I'm just, like I told you, this video is broad, and I'm gonna leave it broad right now, because I just want to basically get the mentality right before we go into the what and hows. All right, so I want you to get your mentality straight. So follow me here. You're a mechanic. Okay, you don't got much time to do anything else. You can't go for another certification outside of being a mechanic, because you spent so many years being a mechanic. Okay, stick to your thing, especially if you love being a mechanic. Now you can be a super mechanic. You can bring in money from the internet that you had no idea. It'll be to the point to where you will make so much money you probably won't even have to do jobs if you don't want to do it, because you can become an internet sensation, or at least a small village of people that love exactly what you do, your uniqueness, how you talk, how you walk them through the ins and outs. They love how you are, and you've taught them so much. So you created value just by turning the camera on and doing something that you do already in your everyday life. You are going to do that anyway. All right. So are you following what I'm saying? After you build that up now, and like I said, you already got your service. You're a mechanic. That's your service, right? Now you got your intellectual thing going on, because you got monetization and all of that, and you can sell info products based around that for people that want to dig a little bit deeper. This is just ideas. This is not like a one size fit all. I'm just talking about people who think they have no chance because they have some type of blue collar job. You get what I'm saying? So now you got the intellectual thing going on. You know, you got videos. Those are assets. All right, that is intellectual property. Videos are considered assets. Anything that can be put out and bring back money, that is an asset. All right, so I need you to think like that as well. Now let's go to the physical. Let's just say you wanted some merchandise because you got the brand. You know, people like the brand that you have going on. That's why they're buying into you. That's why they're subscribing. They might want to buy a shirt. They might want to buy a shirt from you. They just want to support you. They just want to, you created a community around what you do to help people around the world. You can not only help people locally. When you're at the local level, how can you get that infinite result? You got to turn this camera on. You've got to show people the value that you can bring to the world. You can't just keep it to yourself. You can't just clock into to your workplace and think that everything is going to be all right. You have to go as big as you can. Think way bigger. I'm telling you. I am telling you, because there's no amount of work that you can put in by the hour that is going to get you the dream outcome that you want, unless that skill brings in a ridiculous amount of value. So that is what I'm trying to convey. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Stop looking for infinite results based upon something that you're leveraging that's very limited. All right, so the systems that you put in place, like that whole thing that I just told you, that's a whole system right there, right? That's something that you can keep. Boom, you can make sure your 3 business property types are all in rotation, all ping-ponging off each other. That's one little thing. You are the business. You don't even have to have a big business. Like I said, you can be a 9-to-5 working and do the same thing that I'm talking about. Let's just say you were sewing for somebody a job. Let's just go to the doctor. Let's go to the doctors. You can make so much money being an internet doctor, doing doctor work on a day-to-day, saving lives. This is why I don't understand why people be talking this crazy stuff about but we need doctors, we need construction workers. I never said stop any of that. Why would you stop any of that? Of course we need that. I'm simply telling these people that we live in an information age, and I really think that for the labor that they do, they deserve more. I really think that the essential workers deserve more. Can you please turn on your cameras? Can you please, if you can't turn on your camera on the job while you're on the clock, that's very understandable. What I'm saying is turn on the camera when you get home. Tell other people that have dreams and aspirations that's similar to yours. They will buy into it. They will rock with you. They will give you value because you're giving them value. You are teaching them and showing them things or forewarning them about things that people just don't want to talk to them about. All right. If you're a doctor, go ahead and do the same thing that I told the mechanic to do. If you are a doctor, and there's so many different ways to go ahead and get all of this. This is exactly what I'm leading up to, right? I'm leading up to telling you guys about my elite positioning. I've been putting this together to where I can explain exactly how you can become your own business. You, LLC, you are the niche. You don't have to go pick things. You don't have to go pick drop shipping. You don't got to go pick nothing. You can be what you are, who you are, be unique, not have to worry about getting fired, and get paid more than anybody that's on the clock. And I can show you how to do that because at the end of the day, like I said, I've been doing this for quite some time now. My family, some people, some of my friends, I know they probably had question marks. How can this guy live if he doesn't have a stable job? What in the world? What's happening? What's happening? Where's the money coming from? I am just positioned like an elite. It's very hard for me to completely fall. Now, I'm not saying we ain't gonna run into no money problems. I mean, everybody got money problems. You know, everybody got big on a bigger scale. Everybody got something that they want to break through, something they want to fix. I'm just saying that, like, because I'm positioned, I'll be okay. So I want to teach you guys how to do that. So that's what I'm going to do in my later video. So I want you guys to stay connected. If you found any type of value in this video right here, I need you to go ahead and subscribe, share, comment, do what you got to do. You know, help your boy out, man, because I'm trying to get this message out to as many people as possible. So let's just do a quick recap on what we went over. Stop stressing over money and obsessing over money because money can easily be duplicated. Money can easily be made. You're stressing over something because there's a void there, but the reason the void is there is because you've been stressing about it in the first place. You need to be stressing about getting your time. Matter of fact, don't stress at all. But if you're going to obsess over something, obsess over creating systems that can save you time to buy your time back. The time is the biggest commodity. All right. Time cannot be created. You just have to try and buy some of it back. All right. Because a lot of us already sold so much of it. We have to find a way to buy it back. So in order for you to get to that, go higher up on that financial totem pole that you really want to get up on, you have to unlock all those business properties. You have to, study how to do this. You have to turn those cameras on. You have to talk about what you know how to do. Okay? It's different ways to do it, but I'm going to talk about that again, like I said, in the later videos, and I'm going to lay it out real nice for you so you can see what I'm talking about. And if you want any help, you want any further help, I'll go into high detail. You can get a one-on-one coaching or whatever, and I'll tell you how to become elitely positioned. That's basically what I'm getting at. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this thing, and you'll be able to get enough information from the video, and you don't even have to talk to me if you don't want to, because at the end of the day, I'm positioned. I'm positioned. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. You'll be able to say no to things. A lot of y'all wasting y'all time because y'all don't know how to say no to certain things. So you're spending so much time doing things that you really don't want to do. Things you don't desire to do. And you're spending all of your hours doing it. It's not going to work like that. That's not how you get rich. The rich people and the wealthy people, they obsess over how much time can I save? Is this worth my time? Probably not. It's not worth my time. Oh, you know what? I'm spending way more time doing this by myself. I can do it by myself, but why spend all of that time? Because I can't get time back. Let me delegate these tasks. Let me let me do some delegation. Let me go ahead and hire this person, that person. Let me cut out this. A lot of people think that, I'm going to add this in there too. A lot of people think that scaling up means doing more. No, it doesn't. It means cut out as much as you can to save as much time and money and resources as you can while producing the biggest result you can produce. So that's a little food for thought. But like I said, if you guys found any value in this video right here, I really do want you to like, share, subscribe, please. I need you guys to keep keep your eyes on this type of content and whatnot. Keep me up on the algorithm. Make sure you drop a comment if you feeling what I'm saying, or if you have any type of question about what I'm saying and you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm open to that. So just let me know, and I'll appreciate any type of feedback or anything like that. So again, Magic Intel, I'm out.